So spiritually, what changed your thoughts? I think we also had the convo on the phone, eh? As in, remember I go to you, how do you explain to someone, change your thoughts, change your life? Like, what's your thoughts got to do with anything that's happening in your reality? Like, remember that kind of sort of...
Yeah, for the common folk, it doesn't
Doesn't
make sense.
Let's try to find a way to break it down. If you
Sweet.
had to, like, break it down in any way.
Right. So for our new listeners, how does the system work? The system works by thoughts create emotions. Emotions are sent out to the universe and create your reality.
That's right. Your emotions make you, let's say, vibrate at a certain fucking frequency.
They do.
It sounds ridiculous.
But that's the way it is, though.
That's kind of what's happening.
That's the explanation.
That's the explanation.
Now, all we got to do is bring it into a physical form so people can understand that, hey, this is a thing in the physical realm.
Yeah. Do they need to believe in, like...
Metaphysical,
not metaphysical, but do they need to believe in that the universe is an actual thing? Do they, like, when we say the universe?
Well,
when I say the
ideally,
universe,
of course.
I feel like that's the thing that not just connects us, but the system of laws.
It's the rules we're playing with.
The rules that
Yeah.
Bravo.
The rules of the universe.
Yeah,
the
correct.
rules of God, whatever, you know? No, we definitely got to explain how the system is, which we just did.
Okay.
Thoughts create the feelings, and the feelings send a vibration out, which creates reality. That is a thing.
All right, sweet. That is
All right,
a thing.
that's the laws of the universe.
Yeah, but if you said that to somebody, they're going to be like,
Now we'll get to that now.
Yeah.
So that is a thing, and that's the laws of the universe. That's how things work.
that's how things work.
Right? Now, we're going to tie that into how a common person would understand that, how that would work.
Correct. A common person, their beliefs are that there's no way what I think influences my physical reality. Is that correct?
That's right. I was
All
just
right.
born into a certain family in a certain place in the world, and whatever I'm going to get. Whatever card's been dealt, that's what I've got in life.
That's how the system works.
And I can only go from there.
That's right. If I can see it, I can believe it, see it, smell, touch
Now,
it, whatever.
an example might be that born into a family doesn't have a lot of money. Okay? Now, they're not in poverty, but they haven't got a lot of money, and they just got very common jobs, and their life is just in their heads. Generally speaking, they're going to be, I'm just a normal person, a common person, that I'm not thinking about money because I believe I'm never going to get it. We're talking about a lot of money. And yeah, it's been basically my story's been written.
Yeah, is it kind of like very chicken and egg?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
I'm in this situation because of my situation.
Exactly. I was born, the card that I was dealt was this card, okay? And I can only go from this card.
And the results and things that happen to me are based off these physical things.
That's it. So, and what's really happening there, obviously, as we know, is that you just buying into that belief, that that's how it is, and the universe, what the universe does, or God does, just gives you what you believe.
Gives you what you believe.
That's it. So you believe you're going to be a common person, you're going to believe you're going to have just a general life, your financials are going to be like everything I need, food, shelter, will be taken care of, but I'm not going to be going to the Bahamas every single fucking week. I'm not going to be living, I'm not an entrepreneur, I'm not going to be, nothing extravagant.
Yes.
Is going to happen in my life. I'm just going with a common wave, a common folk.
Correct. Now, a general system that happens is, let's say someone's got a lot of negativity or certain negativity in their life. All right. This is another way of looking at how one's situation might be. So, for instance, someone might not have a lot of trust in people. So then what happens is in their life, because I'm going to go to the negative, I'm not going to go to the positive, because the positive is like, who gives a fuck if you're always getting good shit, you know what I mean? No one cares about that. But in people's lives, a lot of these main things are like, they don't trust people because people can't be trusted and people are snakes and there's all these beliefs.
They're always beliefs.
Sorry?
They're always beliefs.
That's right. So this belief is a general one which creates a situation where you're always having to maybe trust somebody or not trust somebody, and then they fuck you over. All right, this validates your initial belief, which means that you're right, people are bad.
Well, in this situation, the parents have, my dad used to say to me like years ago, like, mate, if this guy's got money, he must have done something
wrong
or
bad
shifty.
or shifty. Bravo.
You know what I mean? Yeah, when I'm saying that, the Queen of England, when she was alive, God bless her, they did something shifty. That was like inheritance. It's different. But apart from that, anyone that had money, he believed that they'd done something shifty.
Yeah, correct.
Now, my upbringing, and if I'd locked into that and belief, they'd be like, yeah. And I'd see the universe or my reality would create situations like that to validate it, obviously.
That's right. So that validation, that's right. But that's how I know that this thing called the universe exists, where it can take your thoughts, something that's immaterial, and turn it into the physical or give you what you want. Like literally. Without you kind of like, I don't know, chasing it, or I don't know how to explain it. But without you, it just brings it to you. Brings situations to validate that's why it matters what you believe in, what you think about yourself and all this other shit.
Correct. So, how you feel, the whole thing, everything is like, the thoughts is, again, you're thinking of something, but deep core thoughts always create feelings.
Correct.
Now, the thought of that, I'm going to go like cheeseburger, who gives a fuck about that? But core thoughts always create feelings, which they're the feelings that create reality.
That's right. And we bias to a negative leaning kind of state of mind, I guess. You know what I mean?
Of course.
If we're brought up like that and, all this shit, we always bias, especially if we live through fear. Like we're always hesitant to trust people or believe in people. You go both ways. You either blame people or you blame yourself. It's a double kind of...
100%. There's blame all around.
Correct.
Blame, doubt, all this. Yeah. Again, it's just upbringing and beliefs that have been passed down. And then just doing what your parents did or your relatives did over and over again until you change that loop.
Correct. Now, we've all known someone that something bad's happened to them. Like maybe, who knows, maybe they've lost some money buying some fucking stocks or...
Ourselves.
Correct, ourselves. Or like maybe, a car accident, maybe something fucked up.
Yeah.
Something very left field and something shit that you don't want people to, let's say, go through.
Yeah.
All right. House got robbed. Who the fuck knows? If you tell this person what were they thinking before this happened, like that it was pretty much their fault why this happened, you attracted that today. They don't like that.
It's very hard to convince somebody that they attracted negativity. Very hard.
Yeah, it's like the bad shit that happened to me is because of me.
That's it.
Not because of someone else did it.
Or just random. Just happen. Things just happen.
Things just happen, bravo.
They just happen. They never just happen.
Yeah, correct.
Now, world events, they happen.
Yeah.
You and I are not responsible for wars.
No. World events might be a collective.
It's a collective. 100%. It's a collective. That's what it is. It's
a collective state of mind.
But I'm not going to blame myself for that war. I contributed to it, obviously.
Maybe.
We all did.
Maybe.
Well, it's the state of mind. It's the conscious mind of the world.
Of the majority.
Yeah, for the majority. So we contribute. I'm not I, me, John, no.
Yeah, human race.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, when it comes to ourselves, we create a reality. Our thoughts create a reality. So saying it to somebody and trying to prove it is difficult because they'd have to play a part in it. You'd have to say, all right, they're going to be open to it, first of all. All right, sweet. Tell me, Ken, let's backtrack and see, leading up to the event, what I was thinking. Okay? We already know the answer.
Yeah, it's a deep thought. It's a deep thought.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, I want to fuck myself over. Please bring this situation. It's not like something like that.
And that's how they think.
That's it. What did I say to myself or to the universe, to God, to create this issue? No, you didn't specifically say, I want this exactly.
Correct.
Of course not.
Sometimes what you're saying is not really what you're saying.
Exactly.
Like my auntie once, I was kicking back, I'm like, and I was trying to explain the process of thinking something and fucking, creating into reality, whatever. And she's like, yeah, that never happens for me. I always say, I don't want to be sick. I go, yeah, sweet today. I don't want to be sick means that you are sick. Inside yourself, you're like, take this away from me. Rather than, I'm not sick or
I'm healthy.
Bravo. Correct. So that's what, we don't even know the story that we're running through our heads. Our thoughts, we think they're innocent because we're saying like, if there's a problem, we say, oh, can you get this fucking problem out of here?
Yeah, we're focusing on the problem. Doesn't matter what words you use for the problem. I don't want to be sick. In logically sounds like, oh yeah, he doesn't want to be sick. What's wrong with that? But the universe doesn't work like that. The language is different from humans to spiritual language. The language is like, oh, this guy's just saying he wants to focus a lot on sickness. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Rather than like, oh, I'm healthy.
Yeah. In saying that, I want money is not the same as I have money.
I have money. No, of course.
I'm sweet where I'm at or some
of course.
fucking bullshit.
Yeah, the words don't...
Chasing or pushing is not a good thing.
Yeah, it's the feeling that it comes from.
Yes.
It's coming from a lack. Doesn't matter what words you use.
I want is a lack.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what words you use. The words don't override the feeling.
The real, the essence.
The essence.
Yeah,
the
essence. Feeling.
Yeah.
It's the feeling.
Exactly.
Yeah, the feeling. And usually I want means like I don't have.
I don't have. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah. But a lot of people, it's not 1 + 1 = 2. It's negative thoughts of, hey, I'm not good enough. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Would equal to something completely different, but it will be a negative. For example, let's say, you got a rental property and you got a shit tenant and they're not paying your rent. You know what I mean? Something like that. Okay?
Yeah.
The I'm not good enough does not equal tenant not paying rent.
No.
Okay? But it doesn't have to equal to it because you'll just create a negativity and the universe or whatever, you're going to find ways to identify that, hey, see, because the funny thing is, it doesn't equal 1 + 1, but if it did come up in your life, you're like, see, because if I ask, like, what negativity is in your life? Oh, my rental is not getting paid. You'd bring up, even though it doesn't make sense in your mind, because it's negative, to win the conversation,
yes,
you'll bring it up.
To validate your argument.
Exactly. Now, just to also go a bit deeper, a lot of times when we got, let's say, for example, I got a pain in my ankle, right?
Yep.
Sweet. The pain might be in the ankle, but the cause is not in the ankle. The cause could be on your glutes.
Yes.
It's just showing up in your ankle. Doesn't mean that, hey, no, let's go see a pediatrician or something or a GP. No, it has to be here. Because the pain's here, it has to be here. It's not. The pain could be from your shoulder or a shooting pain from your glutes, whatever it might be.
Correct.
It's the same example. That doesn't have to, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2.
No.
Same thing.
It's the same thing. It's like we're always attacking from a surface level, from a not, let's say, elevated or kind of
Limited awareness, yeah.
faithful level,
Yeah.
let's say. You're always you're attacking symptoms. You're like, oh, that's the bad guy, that's the bad guy. You're pointing these fucking fingers, but it's not really the bad guy.
Yeah, that hurts, it must be that.
It's the symptoms.
That's it.
Yeah. Not you. Or, maybe you're doing something wrong or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're attracting these things there.
That's it. Now, in a conversation, again, to go back to the original question, how do you explain this? You don't really have to explain it, but there's a couple of explanations there.
Yeah.
Second of all, you might have to you don't have to explain that specifically, that situation, but you can give someone an example. Sweet. If you're thinking all negative all the time, do you believe positivity can come out of that? And, the average person is saying no. Because when we not take yourself back to a negative state, did anything positive come out of it? No. Even though we're convinced that if I think about negative, I'm supposed to be like this. I think about negativity stuff, it would give me a bit of drive to fix it. It's not that, because you just keep on dwelling into it.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, like I don't want to lose rather than I want to win.
That's it. Because your focus is always on losing. Trying to avoid pain.
Correct.
Rather than embracing.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way we're made like that today.
That's it.
Obviously, we avoid hard, we're very energy saving. Everything's based around energy saving, right?
That's it. Now, I had this thought for the majority of my life that money solves all problems.
Yeah.
So, if I'm going to have a shit spot, let's say with my missus and we had a baby and I'm going to work, frustrated, coming home, got to do more work now, the baby's here, blah, 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 For me, it's like, fuck, I need to catch a break. The answer, money. If I had money, I'd get a nanny, I wouldn't have to go to work, all these beautiful things.
Oh.
And I've been on that ride forever. I was on that ride for a long time. That money solves all things. Now I realize that money can't solve that problem. Money is just a tool.
Yeah.
Okay? You can use money to put out a few fires, 100%. But if you're going into every situation with the same mindset, all the money in the world can't help you, because the mindset creates, as we're saying, the feeling creates the outcome.
Yep.
Or the reality, right? If I'm going into a new day, bank account's got $1 billion in there, but I'm coming with the same thought process, I'm just going to be creating more of the same shit at a higher level. I'm going to get myself in the same kind of trouble or same kind of, point that I'm stuck, but just the stakes are higher. And then I realized that, money can't solve this, because I'm bringing, it's like going into a new relationship with a new bird, the way you were with your previous one. So things that didn't work on your previous relationship, you're bringing them into the new relationship and hoping it's going to work.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
100%, because you're the same cunt.
That's it.
You're even going to attract the same bird.
That's it. You're not going like, oh, you know what? My relationship, this, I didn't like how it didn't work. I should have fixed that. Should have been better here. Sweet. In a new relationship, you get a second chance. Don't do that. Do something different. Do something better. But going with the same mindset in a new relationship, because it's a different face, it's going to end up more than likely in the same way.
That's right.
So that's why I thought to myself, like,
because you're still the same cunt.
That's it. For me to attract money, for me to be okay with my life, money's got nothing to do with it.
Yep.
Whatever's between my ears, whatever's here, plays the most important role. That's it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's the alpha and omega of everything.
Correct.
Start and end.
Correct. Fucking oath.
So getting that more money, I understand now that getting more money just creates different kinds of problems. It's not going to solve every issue.
No. And it's a fear-based approach when you think that it's almost like if it exists in the physical world, we're looking for a physical solution to a
spiritual problem.
A spiritual problem.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word.
Yeah.
And it sounds ridiculous, but it's not really ridiculous.
That's what it is.
We're playing a couple different games here,
But that's what the game I was playing. I had a spiritual problem.
The money's a band-aid, really. It can,
that's right. Spiritual problem, shit's not going good in my life.
Yeah.
Okay? What's the solution? Something physical. Cash.
Cash.
Cash is physical. and we'll take care of the problem.
That has to be the solution.
That's the solution.
You know what I mean?
But it's not. That's it.
Yeah, you attach to that physical. The fear makes you attach to the physical, huh?
Yes.
Isn't it today?
Well, a lot of people don't believe that there is a spiritual. There is a level of, something else
Yeah.
that we can't see,
Another
we
law.
can't touch.
Bravo.
Yeah, they don't believe that's a thing, first of all. So why would I look for a solution from a place that I don't believe exists?
Bravo. It's almost like we've got the nervous system, the thought, lymphatic system. What other fucking system? We've got the skin fucking system, whatever the fucking system's in the body, digestive system. All right? We've got all these systems. And there's also systems within the physical world. We've got, I need money that pays my bills. That is a system that works,
100%.
If you've got money, you can pay your bills. If you've got money, you can buy a car. You can do within
It's a physical thing.
Yeah, within that game there, within that system, you can do things.
Yeah, in this reality, yes.
Correct. The spiritual system has another level.
That's right, but it's in the same realm. It's in the same reality.
It's in the same reality, but it's a different system.
They're coexisting pretty much.
Yeah, it has its own problems.
That's
and,
it.
Its own solutions.
Yeah, it's just a different level. They're coexisting.
Yeah, bravo. Yeah, of course. They affect one another.
That's it.
Now, by rights, you could say that the material affects... Is there another system while we're here? Is there another level? Actually, there's the physical. Maybe there's the... I don't know if there's a mental there.
Well, the same thing with a doctor. Like, you go to the GP, you break your leg. I'm not going to go to a shrink if I've got a broken leg.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is the game of spirituality is different to the game of physical, of material.
It is.
It's two different games.
It is. But they're coexisting in the same space.
Yeah. But they're a different system.
100%.
That's why you can't fix one with the other.
That's right. It's a different language. It's a different way to fix things. It's a different
game.
It's a different communication.
That's right. And because we can't see the spiritual, it's like, how am I going to work on that? How do you work on that side of things?
Yeah.
I just feel there's a third, because we were talking about before, we were talking about fucking, the Holy Trinity, and these things usually come in threes. Is there a third? Or is the third like a bridge?
Yeah, so we like the physical, the spiritual, and then the bridge would be the mental part.
Yeah. Feels like it.
Yeah.
But then again, when you talk about the Holy Trinity, you talk about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. The Father is representative of what you reckon? And the Son. Is the Father the mature version of the Son? Is that what they're saying? Like, how we're just like kids walking around in adult bodies? I know it sounds lifted.
I think
this is kind of my feeling.
I think the Father is spiritual, because the spiritual is always the one that is in absolute power. There's no limitation on that. It's limitless.
But would you say the Father is the mature, is the Son in maturity? Like the Father is like...
Well, yeah, in consciousness, yes.
Like
no, I wouldn't say no.
No, how would you relate it to...
I wouldn't say. I'd say the Father is consciousness and the spiritual side. The Son is...
What's the Holy Spirit today?
I'll tell you now.
Okay.
The Son is the physical representation. Okay? And the Holy Spirit's the middle. The middle, pretty much that allows things to happen. Like from spiritual coming into it connects physical and spirituality together. For example, let's say Jesus, right?
That's a bridge.
Yeah. For example, Jesus, right? So the Father, when he was a man, he's physical. The Son is physical. He's a man, right?
Yeah.
And for him, in order to do miracles, he would need the power of the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
And that's the bridge that connects the spiritual and the physical realm.
Sweet. And the Father is representative of...
Infinite spirituality.
How do you bring it down to our level, like in our case? Because we're not talking about it from a God perspective. We're talking about it from like, how does that apply to Me and you. To people, humans.
Okay, sweet. So,
where's the metaphor or the fucking...
sweet. So, there would be...
Half of that, I think, is like kind of right. Like physical, spiritual.
Yes.
Two parts.
Yes.
A third part would be where they come together.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to say, the matureness.
Well, that's what it is. That's also the mental part. So, spiritual exists. It's there. It's doing its thing. Okay? The physical there exists. It's doing it. You're doing your thing. Okay? Now, when we first started, it's like, how do you change your life? If I'm 6 foot tall, whatever I am, there's certain things you can't change in the physical realm. They're just the way they are.
This is what it is.
Right? So, the only thing that allows us to change, and then that's the thing that separates us from the animals, is a conscious mind.
Yep.
We can make decisions. We can do things. We can change our reality, okay, through this one thing. So that would be the Holy Spirit, or that would be the bridge between, because when you're meditating, you're silent in the mind. So the mind is the gateway and the bridge to the spiritual, between the spiritual and the physical.
The mind almost has to make the last decision. That's the far...
Or has to create the first thing. Has to initiate. Has to open the door.
It's hard because they're all connected. Do you know what I mean?
I do, but I'm saying if it opens the door, anything that we've done on a physical level, it could be like Steve Jobs creating the Apple phone, for example. It all started with a thought. Edison, the thought. Everything started with a thought. But along the way, there's also decisions that have to be made through the mind as well.
I feel like things can come to you and you didn't even think about it. Like you only thought about it because it came to you. Do you know what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
Like for instance.
So intuition.
Let's say you had this faith on your faith journey.
Sweet.
You weren't like, how do I get some faith? Like kind of, you weren't like...
No, of course.
Something made sense, something unconscious kind of came to you. It wasn't like...
Yeah, things lined up.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, things lined up.
It wasn't
maybe.
like, all right, how do we work out, how do we plan this dinner tonight?
No, of course.
I feel like it came, then it was like, oh, that's how it is.
Yeah, you could be watching a movie and hear someone talk.
Like it came through the spirit and then the mind's like, now I get it. Tick. And that's the mind.
So what are you saying? What's the representation of the Holy Trinity in your
This is what opinion? I'm thinking. I'm thinking...
So what would God the Father be?
I feel like Father, masculine, very like the main brain, the thought process, like the master of like when you think of like, oh, who am I? And you think about who you are, you're talking to the brain. You're talking to the mind.
Okay.
What's your mindset? I feel like that's the master. It's the father there. It's the kind of like, the body is a slave to the mind. The son listens to the dad, let's say. All right. The spiritual is almost like you said, the bridge, right? The bridge. But I also think the spiritual is like the, I don't know if I could say, I don't know.
When we were saying, mind, body, and soul, that would be the Trinity.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean?
But I feel like that's what it is. But I feel like when you listen to your body, you listen to an immature cunt speaking.
Sweet.
Which is the son.
Sweet.
The son that is not as all-knowing, let's say, as the father. The father, to be the boss, I feel like comes from the mind. I mean, I think we agree that the father is the mind. Is that what we're saying? In the mind, body, soul.
Yeah, in the mind, body, soul.
The soul has to be the spirit, right?
Yeah.
Mind, body, spirit, whatever you fucking call it. The spirit is the spirit, right?
The spirit is the spirit, yeah.
But do we agree that the body is the immature version of...
For sure, compared to the mind, for sure.
It's the son,
for sure.
Has to be.
It is, definitely.
Because we're all...
No, the body is definitely the son. That's what I mentioned before. Like,
the body's definitely the son. Yeah, correct. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But That's what I mean. So the relationship between these cunts, I feel like the mind has to be the father.
Yeah.
But why is it the father? I mean, obviously it's the only one left.
Well, no, it's obviously, but yeah, because it is a thing that connects us, and
When you start making decisions from here instead of from your body, you're elevated. You're not an animal. You're not a kid. You're not
No, of
going
course.
for instant gratification.
no, you're
Kids
using
want
your
toys.
tool of conscious mind.
Do you know what I mean? You're making a decision. I'm not saying it's coming from an elevated perspective, but maturity means you're using this. That's what, by definition, the father is mature. He's
Yeah.
the beard. He's fucking
Yeah,
the
yeah.
father. Is it the
No, and of course, it lines up. Yes.
Say whatever. Like,
No, of course.
give me your what you reckon. Or
For mine, it was just a different spin. That's basically like, I've got, the spiritual, which is the father. I said the physical, which is the son.
the spiritual can't be the father.
All right, and then the mind is in between that connects. All right, because when you meditate, whatever, the whole thing. Anyway,
All right. Sorry.
okay. But what you're saying is also correct. Okay, is like the
Mate,
mind.
it's two different versions.
No, I'm just saying, no, they're just opinions.
That's it. But the spirit is mind, body, spirit. The spirit's not going to be the son. It's not going to. Why?
No, the spirit's not going to be the son.
Think about a logic.
The spirit is the son is definitely the body or the physical.
But the spirit is definitely the spirit. It's actually
Yeah.
called that name.
Sweet.
Is
Okay.
it today?
Yes. Yes.
Or no?
No, I'm just thinking
Maybe you haven't had time to think about it. That's what it is.
yeah, it's just like
Sorry, I'm excited today.
that's right.
Because I think about this today.
No, it's
Not
good.
to say I'm validated, but it's like there's a reasons why we've got the sun, we've got the spirit, there's a reason these categories. And in anything you think of, the father is always the overlooker, the come with the responsibility.
Yeah, overriding everything.
The more
Yeah, that would make sense. Now
It's
that I'm thinking about it,
definitely the more
it's definitely the decision making is going to happen in the mind, obviously. So that will overrule. And again, if you want to change something about you, the body is driving the car. All right, so that's already a program.
we're all coming from the traumas of our childhood.
That's it. If I want to override the program, there has to be a mental decision, and I got to mentally start changing this and getting this to follow with the program, the new program.
Yes, something like that today. I'm not saying that the mind is the shit, is the high level, because it needs to correspond with the spirit.
Yes.
The mind and the spirit don't need the sun's fucking permission,
No.
Do you know what I mean?
The sun's definitely the body. I just get
That's
confused
right.
with because the mind is not. It's not absolute, even though we've got consciousness is like endless.
Like the mind validates what your spirit thinks, Or what like you said, I feel like my faith is strong.
Right.
That's a conscious thought on observing how you feel.
It is.
That's the one that
We're going with that one. We're
You're
going
correct.
with that. Yeah.
But the spirit, you felt it. So
That's right.
it got ticked from your heart, let's say.
Sweet.
The father represents the brain, let's say your heart or your emotion, even though it's part of your physical, it's almost like it's between the father and the son.
It's the glue that holds them together.
Yeah, bravo.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah. Sweet. It's just
Like you had to be like, oh, my thing is growing, my faith is growing.
yeah.
That's coming from a mindset.
It is.
It's not like,
No, I'm logically saying this is a thing,
but
it's backed up with feeling.
bravo, but you're tapping into the spirit. You're
I am.
tapping into it.
I am. Yeah, look, it's more correct to say that what you're saying than what I was saying.
Because the spirit and the father are very two high level cunts, if you will.
Yes.
The body is underneath, right?
Yeah, the body's
Has to
high
be
level.
underneath.
It just takes orders from the brain.
Nah, but it's underneath these two cunts.
You
I don't
know?
even know if they're
Equally, no.
if they are equal. I don't know if they are. I don't know if it matters, but
No, it doesn't matter.
but we're breaking it down. Might as well break it down.
It doesn't matter.
You got the funny look in your.
No, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, no, it's just.
No, it doesn't matter how equal they are, who overrides what. It's just everyone's got their position.
Yes, correct.
They just all work together.
Yeah,
There's no this is better than that.
They work together. They're
They're all equal, but they've got different roles.
Correct. The son, the child is always in us. Who we are, where we came from, doesn't matter how much you heal and fucking, you know, you've got an inner child, or I don't know how to explain it. The son's always there.
They're always there, all three of them.
If you
They only coexist. They can't survive, yeah, for lack of a better word, without each other. You need three together. That makes whole.
Correct. The responsible one.
There's no point of saying, like, you know, what's better and what's... there is
no better.
There is no better. There is no worse. There's no...
But
it's just one and three different parts of that one. That's it.
Correct. But what I'm trying to say is, like, in the equation, if you listen to the sun, you're not going far. If you listen to the body and what the body wants, the senses, you're not going far.
I don't want to confuse religion with
It's not confused.
reality. Because if you...
It's the same thing, right? Not really. But we're talking about spirituality. We're talking about religion.
Sweet.
We didn't mention it just because we said God.
Sweet.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Like I said, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, sweet. That's a thing. You don't have to it's not necessary. Yes, the teachings come from so-called religion, but it doesn't even come from religion. It comes from a guy.
Sweet. But I'm just saying to you, let's say, for example,
Yeah,
yes, go back to it. Say, if you listen to your body...
Because we're connecting the two there, spirituality and the
If
body.
you listen to your body, and it's making decisions for you, you're not going to go in the right place, because
you're not going anywhere.
all the body is a combination, accumulation of feelings and beliefs.
And it's physical.
That's right. That dictates where you're going.
I could even say the ego is representative of the sun.
Yes.
The ego doesn't live in the father or the
No. The ego is definitely the
You
sun.
understand? Now we're getting
Is the body. Is the body.
correct.
Yeah. For sure.
Correct.
For sure.
You know, the father tells the son to lose weight?
Of course it does.
Doesn't it?
Of course.
But I feel that now, so all the good shit, all the like, you got to do this, all the discipline, all the hard stuff
Comes from the brain
comes from the brain.
or the mind.
The mind, which is the father.
Yeah.
That's the way I like to say it.
Sweet.
The role of now we're just connecting it obviously to spirituality or religion, whatever you fucking call it. We just connected it to, I don't know, I guess validate, like, these cunts know what they're talking about in like in a reality type format.
To put it simple, let's go to losing weight. Losing weight is going to say, I need to lose weight for this reason. The body's the one that's going to lose the weight. It's not going to come off your brain. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And the spirit is going to give you the drive to do it. The power, the energy, the push.
What is the role really? Do you reckon the spirit's giving you the spirit?
It's giving you the push. Because I made a decision, I got to lose weight from here, wherever it is, and all right, sweet. It's going to give you the ability. It's going to give you the power. It's going to give you the drive. It's going to give you that. That's you know, that's the part it plays.
Yeah. All right, cool. Keep that there. Maybe the spirit does a lot of things.
It does a lot of things.
So when you say, like, when a cunt's got a lot of problems, it weighs heavy on, let's say, the soul, the spirit, whatever the fuck you want to call it. All right, it weighs heavy. Like, my spirit's fucked. As opposed to, I've got high spirits, I've got low spirits. All right, this is kind of energy terms, I'm assuming, daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what role does this, from extrapolating that kind of thing there, because that's what weighs heavy on us. It's the spirit, not the physical body. You might feel like shit because of your. Is the spirit like the battery or the like? When you feel good about yourself, that's the spirit feeling good about itself. That's the spirit that's got affected by that. Rather than when you feel like shit, I feel like the spirit gets dim or what is the fucking spirit? You know, I'm trying to make it.
Yeah, when you're feeling good, your body's not feeling good. The feeling doesn't come from the body. It comes deeper, which is the spirit. The spirit's like, rejoicing. And then it just comes out from the body. When it's feeling like shit, the body's not feeling like shit. It means like, when you say, I'm feeling like shit, I can't go to work. You can physically go to work. You just don't want to go to work because you don't feel good.
Yeah, there is.
So there's a shadow over. There's a shadow over the spirit, for example.
There is a physical feeling.
You feel it, but I'm saying what I'm saying to you. Let's say, for example, you need to go to work, right? Physically, you can go to work.
But what does feel like?
You're
shit?
not paralyzed.
No, but what does it mean when someone says, "I feel like shit"? What are they? Is their heart hurting?
Yeah, as a physical.
Physically, is there something going on?
Yeah.
Or is it just in the mind?
No. There's something in the body that, I would say there's.
Or is your light dim? That I just don't feel my regular self, kind of. When it's kind of.
Yeah, I'm feeling just there is a.
It's the energy there. The energy.
It's an energy. The energy's not flowing. Yeah, of course.
Something, right?
Now, if it gets more intense, it can come up in a physical representation. Your knees might hurt. You might get a headache. Your shoulders hurt. If it's more intense.
Gotcha.
The more intense it comes out in a physical form.
Has to show itself.
Yeah, because I know a lot of times when I used to have stress, all right, my shoulders were always tensed. Always. Knots, this and that. So it comes up. That's not from one thought. From over and over of thinking about the same shit.
Yeah.
Same negativity. It comes up in a physical representation. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed, obviously, yeah. Fucking
All right. So that is a thing. I think it's more when it's more intense.
Like cancers and this and that. Right?
That's right. When it's more intense, it gets correct cancers. You don't get cancer immediately. But more intense stress over and over again over a certain period, all right, it will pop up like, hey, you need to remove something. You're not removing a feeling. You're removing something physical.
Yes.
Okay? So...
a feeling. Yeah, something physical, which is a feeling, but you're talking about like a...
The feeling is not physical, even though you feel it, like...
Not the chemical of like failure. You could feel like shit from like, oh, I got rejected. Or,
that's it,
like,
exactly. Yeah, that's right.
It's a chemical, it's a feeling.
It's like the factory makes a chemical fucking, conjunction, whatever it is, and you feel it.
It squeezes the heart.
Yeah, that's it.
Or you got cramps in your stomach. It comes like that.
That's right, exactly.
All right. So what does that mean? Does that mean, so for the spirit there,
so there's a
the spirit
dimness of the when you're down,
an energy based thing, right?
You cop a blow. The spirit cops a blow.
The spirit cops a blow. It's got your bullet,
mate.
So the spirit is an energy based thing.
That's right.
Okay, let's say. And if you're in good spirits, your energy's higher.
That's right, and you feel better.
You're not fucking depressed.
You feel better.
And you feel better.
Yeah, you can go do more things because you feel like it. But what my original thing was, explanation that just the body itself, if I don't feel like going to work, which is not a big deal, right? I can physically still go to work, even though I don't feel like it.
Yeah, of course.
But I could be over the moon and feel like, man, I can't wait to get to work. So the initial feeling of the spirit, the initial entity of the spirit is not something that, I can't find the words for it, but once you crank that feeling up, it comes in a physical representation. Cancer or, headaches, whatever it might be, if it's negative.
Crank it up or
If it's more intense.
Bravo. This is what I'm trying to get at now. So let's focus on how things get fucked up. Let's focus on the behavior of the spirit and what kind of role it plays. Meaning, if where does the breakdown happen? Like, for instance, stress.
Yeah.
Stress happens because there's a breakdown between...
It's almost like a car, all right?
It is like a car.
All right? The car. Many times I bring an example up. You're driving down the road and, you know, it's indicating to you that you're running low on water.
Yep.
It's indicating to you.
Correct.
The spirit is a...
Could be through
initiates that signal.
Yeah.
Right? Now, does that mean because you're running down a lot of water, the car is going to immediately stop? No.
No.
The car hasn't felt the weight of that yet. But when it runs out of water completely, the car will stop. It will overheat.
Bravo.
Okay? Same thing here. You might get a feeling inside you that's indicating, hey, something's wrong, or something, you know, or I feel better, something's great, going great in my life. That is the spirit giving you the indication. Now, the more intense it gets, it comes out in a physical form. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. Of course,
Yeah.
yes. Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct. What I'm trying to say is as well is like, let's think of a problem. Let's make a problem up. So the problem's happening, or let's make a theoretical, like, is there a disconnect between the mind? All right. So you have a thought about something.
So, let's say this, I went out and a chick rejected me. I went to pick her up. Could we use that or not?
Yeah, all right. So we thought this is what we want.
Yeah, I saw a bit at the bar. Fuck,
Yeah.
she looks hot. I'd like to be with her.
The mind, the father, makes a decision.
Yes, you should go and talk to her.
Sweet. The feeling we get, depending on who we are, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the feeling you get is like, oh, that's shit. I feel like, I don't know, ashamed. I got rejected.
No, I've been nervous.
Yeah,
No,
but
are we... Okay.
I'm just trying to say, like, the reason for feeling like shit there, what's the mechanism as opposed to feeling good there? When I say feeling good about yourself, why would we feel like shit about something? Like, oh, I don't make enough money. This isn't happening for me. What's the disconnect between...
The ego gets a blow.
Okay.
That's what happens.
But the ego thinks, the ego being the body, but the body and the mind are kind of working together.
The body
it's all working together.
Yeah. The body or the physical is a representation of the ego. For example,
Yes.
if you go and talk to a girl and she's like, nah, I'm not down with you. All right?
But your perception of the situation...
Yeah, you can either walk away and like, oh, no problem, mate. It's a numbers game. I've got no problem with that. Or you can go, fuck, she didn't like me. There must be something wrong with me.
Okay.
Okay? What's the deciding factor there? And the deciding factor there is your ego.
Your ego, but it's almost like, your ego, but your mind chimes in and is like, that all makes sense. It validates the way you feel.
What makes sense? For example,
That, I'm not good enough.
I'm not good enough.
It validates the way you feel. True? The mind does it because it goes through the list. Oh, yeah, this is right.
Sweet.
So the father. The spirit, I can say, also comes to the party.
They're all working with each other.
Is the spirit like a neutral cunt that... Because maybe you feel like shit. Maybe the mind and the body are talking, which they do. The spirit comes in. The spirit exists, but is this guy sleeping? Because I feel like when you connect with your inner spirit, you have glimpses of like knowing the right thing to do, for example. Like knowing the right thing to do or making the right decision, I feel like comes from a more pure place, like the spirit almost. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I do.
Even
But
though you're
in this situation, to break it down, in this situation,
yeah, I don't know the fucking
this
situation.
chick,
It's hard.
she just rejected me, right? Now,
What role is your spirit playing in that?
I'll try to work it out.
Okay,
So, I feel like shit because no one wants to get barred, right? But no one wants to get barred. That initial thought is because of bad programming,
Of course.
right? So, if we knew that, we just go up to a girl at the bar and we just grown up like this anyway, and ask her for a date, she's not going to go, like, oh, all right, no problem, yep, righto. It's not a problem. Then we wouldn't feel like shit. So it's obviously the programming that plays the role. So it's the belief that dictates the mind, the body, and the spirit.
Yeah. I don't know if the spirit's playing much of a role. I don't even know if this cunt's awake there.
But
Like
if that
at that
feeling
point.
comes, that feeling, I feel like shit, that must, from what we're saying, it must be the spirit, right?
No, because you can feel like, oh, that's funny. All right, you think something's funny and you laugh because that's what your body does, and then your body, you know, you can go fucking rude a bitch there.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel good there
Sweet.
because your mind knows they like this, and you're gonna eat food. You're gonna feel good. Your
Yes.
mind's like, yep, we're cool with this.
Sweet.
Your body's driving the ship. There's no discipline.
No.
Your mind doesn't have the strength to run the ship. Like it's there, but it's more like if you could say
It's a slave to the body. The body. That's what it is.
it's a parent who gives the kid everything they want.
Yes.
That's what I reckon.
That's what it is.
But what I'm trying to say
But
is,
where's the spirit in this situation?
yeah, I don't think
Is it
this-
non-existent? Is there is a disconnect completely?
I think you can't be tapped in to the spirit if you're leading with fear all the time. Today. If you're running straight ego, you can't be tapped into the spirit today.
Okay, so the spirit is absent.
He's always hanging around, but you're not tapped into it.
No, as I'm saying, not
it's-
saying
I-
absent.
I-
like
I-
absent in you because you're not tapped in.
Oh, I think so, there. Come to think about it now.
And the spirit's omnipresent.
Because that's a
as well, it's
higher...
everywhere.
But the spirit is kind of like... The mind exists here, let's say.
It does.
I know it sounds muffled, but the mind and the body are here. The mind is physical, but it's not. It's like two
There's
cunts
a brain,
in one.
yeah, for sure.
There is a brain, but the mind is like... You're assuming the processing is like... You know, what does the thought look like?
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything. It's
Who the
just,
fuck knows?
It's just energy.
So it's almost like it's almost like a where the physical and the immaterial meet, kind of. Yeah, it's impulses, and zzz, 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 zzz. But it's
Yeah.
not like I'm doing this now.
No,
Like I'm clapping my hands.
Yeah, so you got to be tapped in.
All right, is there a case where we're like, we can see where a cunt's a dumb cunt, but his spirit's like hanging around somewhere?
Well, in this situation, we'll get to it. In this situation, we're picking up a girl.
Okay.
All right. It could make sense that the spirit is absent because if the body is leading, which it is in your case, all right, you get rejected. You feel like shit, and the brain just going along with it. Because the body is the master, the mind is the slave, and there is no spirit. And all you're doing is reliving your past experiences, because the feelings are embedded into the body. So they basically, you're just reliving. That's what you are. Your feedback is the body. The leader is the body, but it's also the feedback as well.
Correct.
So instead of being three working together, you're only got one.
That's right. One's doing everything.
One's doing everything.
Correct. The immature cunt.
That's it.
The son.
That's it.
Bravo. Now, discipline is representative, in my opinion, of the father, because it doesn't listen to feeling. It doesn't give a fuck about how you feel.
No, of course not.
So that, to me, that's a mature cunt who's like, let's do the right thing, let's take responsibility. That's all father talk.
Sweet.
Now, there could be levels to the spirit. I don't know exactly the function, like the role of the fucking spirit.
Neither do I.
But I feel like the spirit can guide you. It almost gives you like power when you need it, or it supports you in a special kind of way. It definitely doesn't lead you down the wrong track.
No,
But the more you connect into it, it connects like with hope. It
the
connects
spirit
with
is intuition.
that too. Yeah, a voice of like something that gives you little answers when you need it. I don't know.
To listen to intuition, you'll be tapped into it.
Yeah, and there's levels to that as well.
Yeah. So that would be it. So it's always there. It's always speaking to you, but you're not listening. You're not dialing in to that radio station.
No, you're not taking like full advice off this fucking radio station.
No, but you can't connect to it at all. You don't even know it's talking to you.
No. Especially if you believe it's not there.
Exactly. Well, if it's not there, you can't dial into it.
No, the question is, now there's a question when what does the moment look like when you get a glimpse that this thing is a thing? That transition, and how does that enter the mind? Does the mind allow it to come in? Does the mind have to give it permission? Where does it start? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think,
like faith.
I think, I'm just trying to think now, does it happen? I was about to say that originally,
Sorry.
maybe when you're at peace, you can hear it, but when I'm at peace, maybe like just a normal day in your life, whatever. You're not negative. You're not like over the moon. Just doing you. Nothing's bothering you. You know, maybe it's easier to listen to because nothing's fucking your shit up. Like it's not. You're not drowned by negativity. But I'm just trying to think now, have I ever had that situation when I'm being negative and it's also speaking to me? It has to.
It might come in the
Because it's
form
going to lift you up somehow.
It might come in the form of like the right thing to do in that situation. There's a voice, the right thing. Now, whether you trust that feeling, because it comes left field.
It's definitely always coming to you. It's always speaking to you. The question here is, are you tapped into it?
Correct.
And then do you listen to it?
Correct.
Or do you act on it?
Correct. Like I feel like...
So it must be always. It has to be always.
Has to be.
Even when you're negative. It has to be. Like it's always speaking to you.
Yeah. I'm assuming.
I think that's what it is. It always is there.
Yeah. I can't
Always is talking. It's just you're not listening.
Yeah, correct. And maybe...
Because you could be in a good mood. You could be like, fucking, let's go out, mate. Let's party, fucking, isn't it? Could be like telling you, take it easy, relax, Don't overdo it too, yeah? It's not only when I'm negative.
No. But that's both sides of the same coin kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I'm saying that in my
might be too
mind
high,
now, it's proven to me that it's always there and it's always on. It's always speaking.
Yeah, look, I don't know if it's always speaking there. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's talking when I'm not listening. You know what I mean? It's like, when the tree falls in the forest, like, did I hear the sound like?
Yeah.
Regardless.
Sweet, doesn't matter.
Whether it's like the show's going on, the spiritual podcast is happening and like, oh, now I can hear this.
Yeah. Can you hear Jimmy? Yeah, that's what it is.
When you hear it, it's there, you listen.
That's it.
Yeah.
Correct. All right, sweet. So
but
let's
it's interesting.
So let's say that's a thing. The next thing is, are you listening to it? Are you following through with what it's saying? Do you believe what it's saying?
Correct. I also feel like the more we lead with, there's a lot of levels to this convo, obviously, but the more you lead with fear, that also doesn't tap into the right frequency.
No. No, if you're leading with fear, you're fucked. There is nothing good coming out of that.
Correct. Well, I think I've got it now. In religious texts, it says that God gave the breath of life or whatever, the spirit, breathe the spirit. In Greek, pneuma and apnevi, breath and like spirit is like similar. True?
Yes.
So the breath of life, which is like the life source, all right, that's pretty much what we've got to go off.
That is spirit.
As far as what the fuck spirit is, yeah. It's let's say it's an energy, all right, will to live. Possibly.
But even, what I said before, even like, I need to lose weight, that's giving you that push, that's giving you that,
Bravo.
like the thought says, I need to lose weight. This has to do the work. The body has to do the work. So what's in between? That drive, that push, that inspiration.
Yeah, that's right. But sometimes, as you know, we don't listen to the voice. Sometimes something really bad has to happen for us to change and all this other fucking bullshit.
Of course.
Sometimes we just have to do things. But I feel like the voice that's telling you to just do things without a feeling is the spirit, because the spirit talks in the language of faith, I reckon. As lifted as that sounds, but it's not lifted.
It is faith.
Like,
faith-based.
just do it is a faith. Like, don't worry, you're not getting the reward now. Just do it, and we'll see what happens. Kind of thing.
Correct.
Yeah,
I believe that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Bravo. And then that's where you get that's where it shows you. You have to prove it for some reason. Why do you have to?
No, you just got to follow through. Again, back to the losing weight. I need to lose weight.
I need to lose weight. It makes sense on paper. It's a thought.
Right? The person that's going to lose the weight, the entity that's going to lose the weight is the body, because that's what's holding the weight. The drive, the inspiration, that just go do it is the spirit. Okay, like that's the thought. I have to do it. What's going to make me do it?
Yeah, the internal thing.
What's going to push me to do it?
Yeah.
All right, tomorrow morning when I wake up, what's going to get me to put my sneakers on and run?
The inspiration.
That's it.
That's what
which is spirit.
About. Inspiration.
Inspiration. That's it. That's it. That's it.
As opposed to motivation. Because some cunts can be like, I've got to do it. The thought tells the body like, oh, this makes sense, this is cool. And they get hyped up and this and that.
But and that's what it is. It's the drive. That's what it is.
It doesn't last. Yeah.
And if you're always tapped into that.
I'm inspired.
That's it. If you're always tapped into that, every time you need to go for a run to lose weight or go to the gym, you're acting out of spirit. Like you're always going with that flow.
You are, yes.
And you'll get the job done.
Correct. You're tapping into something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why, if you do things that you're inspired to do, it's easier to do.
Yeah.
You're running off an energy source that just comes from keeps going.
That's it. So that proves the point of mind thinking, the spirit inspiring, and the body doing. And that's how they all work together. And you get goals, you achieve things.
Correct. And then you learn how to tap into the spirit, the battery of the spirit or the energy of the spirit.
That's right.
To do shit, to move forward.
The inspiration.
Bravo. You know how to tap into, you know how to get inspired today. You know how to be like, this is what I need to move forward.
Because you can't succeed without inspiration.
Yes.
You can do things, you can go to work.
It's a hard way. It's just hard.
Yeah, you can go to work, but if you're inspired to go to work, you're going to be successful.
It's not less effort, but it's
less weight.
It's just way more better there.
Just less weight.
Correct.
It's unnecessary weight that you don't need.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, you're not forcing it.
No.
I have to do this.
Yeah, you're going with what the flow is.
Yep. And why is that good? Because you feel good about it. Just better, eh?
It just flows. That's it.
It just flows, yeah. It's flow state today.
That's what it is.
That's that as well. The spirit's got a lot of things that it does.
100%.
Yeah, tap it in is not, yeah. That's the trick anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, look, at the end of the day, change your thoughts, change your life is exactly what it actually is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not just sounds good.
Yes.
And again, that's what separates us from the animals.
Correct.
We're given a brain, you know, to make decisions, change our situation, improve our lives if we wanted to. But it's all up to making a decision of, do you want to do it?
That's right.
And again, it just starts with believing that I can do it.
Or just doing it anyway.
Well, yeah. Can
Yeah.
I change my reality? Yes, you can. You were born in this situation. You had this when you were growing up, but you can take all that and just flip it and create something new.
Yeah. Look for situations that validate the thing you want to do. Don't try to stick to the old shit about like, oh yeah, this is never going to work for me. Kind of find reasons like, all right, I want this to work. How am I going to make it work? You know, what process am I going to take? Like really think about it. And
Yeah.
it's more of a step-by-step thing moving forward.
Yeah.
You know, Rome wasn't built in a day and all that other shit.
But at the same time, you are not your past.
Correct.
That's what it is. You are here now, and you could just make it happen. Obviously,
Correct.
you just can. Like it's just, you know, like you can change your life around, and it doesn't happen instantly. Obviously, it takes time, effort. Obviously, but over time it can be done.
That's right, today. You don't have to be a shit cunt forever.
No. Anyway,
Everything is a skill. Practice being better.
that's it.
All right,
Step by step, you know, day by day. It fucking takes time.
That's it today.
It takes a long fucking time.
Long fucking time. Faith, not fear, motherfuckers.